Hey everybody, it's Sunday the 8th. I got a migraine yesterday, so I did not do much. I ended up like pretty much waking up and taking my migraine med and going back to sleep. So that was my Saturday, and today I woke up and I felt better. But I've still kind of not been doing much. I do feel like now that I've been resting, hopefully I can get something done a little bit before my meds kick back in and then I go back to sleep, right? I don't know. I feel like that's all I do when I'm on my meds is sleep. I forever sleeping. Okay, so I guess I just wanted to update what happened with the rest of camp. So yeah, all right, let's see. Day 4, I managed to write 1,314 words for chapter 2 of the novella. This was 4th of July, so I didn't have much to do other than to sit down and write and film videos. It was a pretty nice, relaxing day. And then I got to sit down and kick out another 780 words. So I finished chapter 2 of my novella. So that felt really good to do that. And from there, I pretty much just went right into chapter 3 and I wrote 451 words of chapter 3. So that day, I wrote 2,545 words. I felt really good that day. So that brought my camp total to 5,349 words. You know that doesn't last forever. As soon as I start hitting good numbers, doesn't last forever. But day 5, I actually switched over to my psychic squib to take a look at a scene that I was in the middle of to see if I could finish it off, and I was able to do that. I was able to write 572 words to finish off that scene, that point of view scene. It was just weird because it took me into a place that I wasn't really expecting. Like, it makes sense for the plot. I have some storylines happening that happen towards the end of the book. And so I just, with all of my planning and all of like the outlining that I've done even after that very first initial rough draft, I had not accounted for this, and yet I'm just like, well, this is what the character wants to do right this instant, so I guess I'm gonna go with it and see what happens, see where it goes. Hi, Pugh. See if it goes somewhere good. I think it's gonna lend itself better to that initial plot line that I have not really been struggling with, but maybe been trying to put into better places into the book. So we'll see. I did stop there though for that psychic spot, but I was glad that I at least finished up that section, even though it kind of made me question because I was like, why are you doing this to me? But we'll see. And then I went back to my Soulmark Whip novella to go back to chapter 3, and I wrote in 2 different sections, 2 different sessions. I wrote 293 words and then 883 words. So the total for that day was 1,748 words. So a pretty good writing day, which brought my camp total to 7,097 words, which that is currently what my camp total is still at. Because Friday the 6th was when my mom had her doctor appointment. It was supposed to be on the 5th. It got rescheduled to the 6th. And that day I ended up bringing my story notes with me. And I brought my novella notes with me. So I was working on those characters. And I think I mentioned before that these characters and characters that I bring in tie into a larger story, a larger universe. So I was kind of trying to tie it in. And while I was writing the novella, I had mentioned a character and I was like, wait, is that a character that I already have a vague plan for? So I was going through my notes, and sure enough it is. So I started to like have to look through these notes of characters, and I was kind of going through and I was like, are these characters all connected? And like there's just a chunk of them. There's like a group that I guess they're all one big friend group and they're all having these like branching storylines of stuff that happens to them. So it was pretty interesting that day to figure that out and go, okay, so this guy's storyline starts to go this way because he's friends with them, but his remaining friend group that was over here starts to go with this type of storyline over here because of this stuff that happens, of these like few characters are getting into trouble, and these characters that are directly related are getting into trouble over here. Because I was like, oh, okay, did I not mention that my brain is just like, my brain just does whatever it wants. If it just decides that this can't just be a solo novella, that it has to be connected to not just one of my major series, but interconnected with a bunch of other smaller independent series, well, I guess. I didn't stop it. I took notes. I took notes of the characters and what story they were in and their storyline, and that's all I could do was take notes. So I'm at least, you know, giving myself a motivational star because I worked on my story stuff. It just doesn't count for like word count NaNoWriMo stuff, but that's okay. And then Saturday, and then here I am on Sunday the 8th, and whatever progress I make today I will count towards next week's stuff, because I know I might not be in the greatest of mindset today to do a bunch of work, right? So overall I had a pretty good week of camp. Let's take a look at my schedule, my planner. Okay, so this is what my planner looks like so far. So remember, I was putting up motivational stars, and then I was just tracking my word count for each day and my total for the camp. And if I was just doing something else that was not word count related, I wrote it down anyway. And so I pretty much already said, I think I was giving myself 1 star for 1,000 words, and so like half stars for 500 or over that, whatever, close enough, right? So here's the other half of the week that I don't think I've shown yet. So 2,545 words in a day is my best this day so far. Did really good. And then that is my week 1 total, 7,097 words. So really good. And then rounding it off on character and story notes, that's really not such a bad thing. I'm actually really grateful that somewhere in the back of my mind, my brain's been working on character and story notes and just developing this stuff when I have not even really been considering it, you know? And then, yes, migraines happening. Love it, gotta love it, yeah, yep. Okay, so I'm just, this has been week 1. I'm having a lot of fun so far. I am trying my best to take it easy for camp, like I said I was going to. Like I said, I'm still trying. I'm having a lot of fun with this novella. I really like the characters, and as much as I said, you know, that they're, you know, inspired by my life and a lot of experiences that I've had, the novella, like the characters and everything, like they do shape themselves. You know, the characters become their own characters. It's not just me going, this is this part of my life forever. No, like, no, it is certainly inspired by certain parts of my life, but the characters are so much more than that. And I'm loving it so much. And I do love that my brain has connected it so that these characters are parts of a larger universe, so that means I will get to see these characters more often and not just in a single novella. That does make me happy. So, and a little like tidbit came to me like last night, verging on this morning, and I was kind of like playing with this idea with the character Mateus, that I had already had this concept with him, but I was playing around with it a little bit more today, and I'm thinking it'll be very interesting to see where that goes. Maybe not necessarily in this novella, but to plant the seeds of it and to see where it goes, like in the series that like involves these characters. So I love the novella. I still like the psychic whips. It's leading me in a different direction than I anticipated at this point in time, but I think that's okay. I think I know what the next couple scenes are, so that shouldn't be too bad of a scene to write. There is going to be one like new scene, but I'm gonna try to tie it into something that I had already planned to write and see if I can just unfold it that way. I'm gonna have to look over my outline synopsis again and see if I can manage that. Because it'd be good if this plan that I have, this way that the characters are pulling it, if it will just work with the outline, work with it. Because I'm already trying to redo the structure and the characters are still just doing whatever they want, and I'm like, but the thing is, I trust the characters because they usually know what's gonna be good. So I'm trusting them in this moment, and I feel like it's going to be good. So I'm gonna go over the synopsis, see if there's a scene maybe I'd already intended for later on down the road, if I can wrap that into this part that I'm going to be writing, and see if that helps. And I'm really looking forward to this upcoming week. So I'd like to finish chapter 3 of the novella and work on chapter 4. Let me look at my novella notes. Chapter 4. Yeah, I guess I'd like to finish chapter 4 and maybe start working on chapter 5. I have the feeling that chapter 5 and chapter 6 and chapter 7, even though that like I'm looking at them and I have it written down that they're not that long, I have the feeling that they're gonna be longer than I think. So I'd like to start and finish chapter 4 and maybe start chapter 5 of the novella. I know that's pushing it because I still have so many weeks of this month, but I want to keep working on the Psychics novella and see if I can get this part of the storyline wrapped up. Not like wrapped up, but you know what I mean. Like, keep going, keep going wherever the characters think they're going, and just, yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. Week 1 was really good. I hope I don't get any more migraines because I don't like getting waylaid like that, but I had a lot of fun. New story. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to week 2, okay? Whew. Please let me know how your guys' entirety of week 1 went. If it was good, if it was meh, if it was bad, just let me know how it went. If you have any specific plans for going into week 2, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you liked it. Comment. Do all the things that we do on the YouTube here. That's and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.